Good morning. So today we're going to do something slightly different and we are going to learn a little bit about how to clean our machines. So my machines are looking a little bit grotty, to be honest, and I just looked at my bowl and I thought it could do with brightening. So with my bowl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some eggshells and some lemon and some water to this one. This one's going to go in my black thermomix. I'm just going to get a knife so I can cut my lemon. Okay, put that to the side. So what I've got is I've got 4 eggshells here. I'm going to pop them into my bowl. And I've got 1 lemon. You could use just lemon skin, save them. I've got a lemon tree, so we've got lots. So I'm just going to cut my lemon into quarters and pop it in, juice it all, because the juice is going to help with kind of cleaning that bowl as well. So what I'm going to do there is pop my lid on. And I'm just going to whiz those up. So I'm going to whiz them up at probably speed 10. I might do speed 8 for a start. It's probably going to take between 4 to 8 seconds. Let's see how we go. Okay, so probably by 4 seconds it was done. I can hear it's kind of made a bit of a paste. Let's open it up and have a little look. Nice, that looks good there. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm just going to scrape it down and I'm going to add water just kind of above the blades. Alright, so adding water so that it comes above the blades, and I'm now going to put it on to cook. So that's going to cook for 30 minutes at 50 degrees. And I'm going to go speed 2. Okay, so it's going to be all nice, mixing around in there, getting the bowl nice and clean. After that, I'll tip it out, rinse it out, and I'll bring it back on here, put a photo up so you guys can see what it looks like. This machine, now I've got a couple of my favourite cleaning items here to help me. Now, what you may not be able to see, I'm trying to just bring this a little bit closer. There's a lot of gunk sitting in here and also in this part here. And I'm picking, if I pick my machine up, there may also be a bit underneath here, because remember we've got that little drainage hole there. So it's a little bit sticky in here too actually, so something might have kind of spilled over a little bit. That's caused a bit of stickiness in there. So my first port of call is my little vacuum, and with this attachment on the end of it. So I'm just going to go through and vacuum up anything that I can. Most of it's actually stuck on, but it's helpful. Okay. If I didn't have something like that, this brush here is amazing. You can get this on the mix shop. It has this nice soft end, and it has a more of a brush end as well. So what I can do is I start brushing it out. So just start brushing everything down on there. So that's where I start. Get rid of all the loose dirt, and then I'll come back and do all the stuff that's stuck on with this end. So I've got my bowl of water here. I've got a couple of different cloths. I've also got my little brush that gets under the blades, so that's really helpful. They're quite stiff ends, so it's quite good to be able to get under bits that are tricky. That's what this bit's here for too, but this one's just a little bit more coarse. So I just put this in a little bit. I like to cover this part here in the middle for a start, just so that I'm not getting any water on there. And get into here. And you'll see it'll start coming off. So if it doesn't, something a little bit coarser is going to help with anything that's really stuck on. It's amazing what gets stuck on in these small little spots. Even in here. Alright, so let's get that back in there. I know it looks like I'm making a mess, but it's going to be worse before it gets better. It's looking pretty good already. Just a couple of little bits stuck in there. Alright, now with a nice soft cloth, I'll come in and I'll just give it a nice wipe down. Outside as well. Again, you could use, you know, a little bit of lemon juice or vinegar. Something like that is really going to brighten it up as well. I've just put a tiny bit of dishwashing liquid in there with my water, and it's looking much brighter and much cleaner on that side too. Now you might notice here my thermomix labels slightly come off a little bit. No biggie, I'm not worried about that. However, if you do, you can kind of make sure you're using a really soft cloth on those, and nothing abrasive is going to keep them looking the best possible. Alright, so that's looking good on that side. Let me go to the other side now. I'll start with my brush. Get some water on there. Not too wet. Ooh, I know it looks like I'm being quite rough with it, but this is why I've always cleaned it, and it has always survived the punches with me. You know, I'm not actually being that rough on it at all. Just getting in there, getting all the bits, coming back through and giving it that nice clean down. You can kind of put this through here, this part here. It's quite helpful. Dry it all down. Amazing. Much better. Okay. So that part of it's looking great. Now for the inside. So for the inside, just a couple of bits on there. I just use my cloth, and I'm getting in between where the pins sit, and I'm giving it a nice, this is a reasonably dry cloth, you know, it was just sitting in there catching any potential drips, so it's not really got much on there at all. I might dip just a small finger just to get in there. This part here is fine to get wet anyway. It's the, of course, where the pins go in there, which is the most important to keep dry. If there's anything a little bit sticky, again, I can kind of get in there with this. I'm being careful here that I'm not kind of flicking up water. Alright, it's looking good. Just going to wipe through in here. And that, my friends, is looking 1000% better than it was before. What I'm just going to do quickly is pick up the machine, just have a little look underneath it. This is good to do regularly. Move it off a bit. Right, so we've got a bit of stuff behind here. Just use my vacuuming. Right. And cloth. Give it all. So that's just from the drain, where anything that's kind of stuck in that middle bit will come out the bottom, which is great. These glider boards are amazing. Love them for being able to move the machines around, and they are currently for purchase as well with your machine. Right, let's pop it back into place. Sits in there just nicely. And now I have a wonderful, beautiful clean machine. So I will put the links up for those brushes, where to find them. But just notice a little spot that I want to get. Just in here. Now I'll use my other cloth. Just going to use, where'd my other little brush go? Much perfect. Wonderful. So that, my friends, is how you clean your machine. I will show you how the bowl looks later. Happy thermomixing.